Shalom, this is Rabbi Jonathan Ginsburg, the Ezra Habanim Naos Township Jewish Congregation in Skokie, Illinois. This video is a brief explanation of the rabbinic view of the portion Tazria and Mezora, which are often read together. On the face of it, it looks like Tazria and Mezora discuss skin disease, often translated as leprosy, but probably more like Hansen's disease, or some other kind of non-Hansen's disease, leprosy like psoriasis or eczema of some significant effect. And Metzora is basically about houses that have a kind of fungus like people are experiencing today. In ancient times, when somebody had this disease, you had to present yourself to the priest, the Kohen. He would determine when you were cured, when you could re-enter society. And when we read it every year, people say, so what is the great significance of having all this space in the Torah devoted to skin disease and house fungus? Well, the rabbis, of course, later interpreted very spiritually and metaphorically. And actually, there's a story in the book of Numbers, chapter 12, where Miriam and Aaron are gossiping about their brother Moses, complaining about him. And Miriam, as a result of that, gets this same skin disease. And the rabbis then said, well, clearly the Torah is associating skin disease with gossip and slander as a punishment. Now, whether you believe this or not, literally, it's an interesting opportunity to talk about the Jewish values about speech ethics. And in fact, when you parse the word Metzora, which is the name of the second portion, into its 4 letters into 2, Mem, Tzadik, and Resh, Ayin, you get the words Motzi Ra, to bring forth evil, which again hints at the same idea. Judaism basically teaches that people should never gossip or defame or slander anyone else. In fact, there are many positive statements like the honor of your fellow should be as dear to you as the honor of yourself, love thy neighbor as thyself, Hillel taught what is hateful to you, do not do to your neighbor. And the Talmud says that God simply can't abide in a world in which people gossip. People do tell stories, but it should be curtailed. The rabbi said that when you slander or gossip, you kill 3 people. The person about whom you're gossiping, the person to whom you're speaking, and the person who's speaking. And they told this marvelous story about a fellow who came to a rabbi and said he slandered someone and he wanted to take it back. And the rabbi said, well, take a feather pillow and come back to me. The man did. He said, now break open the pillow. So the feathers blew out in the air, and the rabbi said, come back in a week. And the man said, come back in a week? Okay. Came back in a week. The rabbi said, now go gather up the feathers. The fellow said, obviously I can't. They've been blowing around for a week. The rabbi said, that's the problem with gossip and slander. And so when we come to these Torah portions every year, it's a great opportunity to curtail our gossip, our slander, our malicious talk, to judge everyone charitably and with great countenance, and to think the good and not the bad, unless clearly proven otherwise. But to definitely not tell tales, as the Torah says, rechilut, to don't gossip and slander and malign others.